Welcome back to another episode of the PokeStop Podcast. I am your host, Zach Bra, as always, joined by my wonderful co-host, Thad Wayne. Thad, I think the last time we did a podcast, I had like a buzz cut. I feel like it's been forever.
I think so.
It's been, I think it's been like a month. So that's honestly, I'm just gonna hold the blame for all of that. I had like a huge toothache and had to get a wisdom tooth pulled, which I'm way dumber now than I was before. So y'all are cooked. That sucks. Getting wisdom tooth pulled is honestly like the worst.
Yeah, it's awful.
It sucks. But we are back, Thad. We are back. You know, it's been a month, Thad. What have you been doing with your time? Have you just been sitting in the dark, waiting for this podcast to start?
Yeah, no, this is exactly what happens when we're not doing it. Is I just go like this. I just go like, hold on, wait. I just go like that, and then I just sit here and wait.
You're a robot. You just like turn yourself off and just like hunch forward until it's time to do another podcast.
Yeah, I just boot down, power down.
Phenomenal.
Like a good robot.
Phenomenal. I mean, that's great. At least you're ready. You know, that's the important thing. You're staying charged, staying ready to go.
Yeah, I was plugged in this whole time.
I love that. I like that. I love that for you. You know, we had, I actually have been playing in a lot more limitless tournaments. I'm kind of like back on that grind. I was kind of taking like, I took like a month-ish, like just like not taking the game very seriously. Just because like I had no events after I didn't get into Toronto. I think my next event is Indy. I think you're also trying to go to Indy.
Yeah, no, I think my next, Indy would be my next
which
big
is
event.
like,
I mean, perfect toward the 3K. And
3 months from now still. Like, we're still 3 months away from that. And, like, it's just, I feel like I haven't been to an event in months, which, like, I guess is also accurate. Like, I think that'll be, like, the longest period of time I have of not going to an event since, like, I started playing Pokemon again in, like, 2023. Because I think that would be, like, it'd be October to May. What is that, 7 months? 7-8 months, which is like almost an entire season. Which shout out Gaming Gen for, again, as always, this is a Gaming Gen podcast. We love Gaming Gen. They are my favorite people. I would never say they're the worst TO we have ever experienced, because that, I don't know if I can say that anymore. I'm gonna be honest, you know. I don't know if you've been on the website formerly known as Twitter, but I got banned from a tournament for, I'm gonna be honest, the craziest reason I've ever been yelled at in a Pokemon tournament before. I'll say that.
Let them know, Zach.
You know, this is my time, Thad. This is my time. We're letting all the drama, the tea of the last month, we're just cracking that box open and letting it sit in the corner, you know. So I was in a limitless tournament last weekend. It was like 150 people, I think, something like that. And I started off really well. Started off like 3-4-0. And then I lost 2 in a row, and I lost 2 in a row, and I was like, fuck. But then I won like 6 in a row. So I went into top 8. I was playing, it was the night, the Saturday of EUIC. So like, we knew what the finals were going to be at this point. And I just took a list from someone who, I believe they got like top 128 with Dango. But it was just like a very like high consistency Goldango with Lopunny. Like, it plays like Evo, it played Buddy Buddy Poffins, it played 2 Poffins, 2 Artisans, like just focusing on being as consistent as possible, which I'm a huge fan of. Like, I love when we're a turbo deck that just wants to set up every game. I think that's great. So I was in finals against a Arboliva EX, which I'm gonna be honest, when I queued up against this guy, because it was closed lists, it said other, and I was just like, oh, what nonsense am I about to get? Like, because I feel like whenever I see like the like random, like the other tag, it's just some I hate turbo deck. Like, it's just like some nonsense that only beats like Dango or only beats Bolt, you know, and then it just loses to everything else. So the Arboliva, it was actually kind of a cool deck. Arboliva EX is a stage 2 grass Pokemon that has the Oil Salvo attack that says choose one of your opponent's Pokemon 6 times. You can choose the same Pokemon more than once. For each time you choose a Pokemon, do 120 damage to it, and this damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. So it's kind of just like a snipe, kind of deal. And then it ran like 3 forests, but pretty much like my strat into this guy was just evo out Dangos, and then watch them not do anything. Because it's like, okay, you're doing That's 60. Fair. I knock you out. You do 60 again. I knock you out. Maybe you Devo. Okay, I have 3. Knock you out. Please sign. Like, I was talking to the guy after, because I played him in Swiss and then also played him in the finals. And like we were kind of talking after the game. I was like, that's kind of a cool deck. And he was like, yeah, I beat everything but Dangos. And I was like, that's fair. I mean, because like turn 2, like popping 120 snipe is kind of cracked. Also being like a beefy stage 2, like kind of being really hard to one shot, I think is really strong.
Unless you're Dango.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where he was at too. That's like I beat everything but Dango. And like I think I was the only Dango player he saw all night. So we were in finals. And in it was like turn 3 or something of game 1. The judge TO comes in the Limitless text chat and says, Zach Pra, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? How did you sign up for this tournament? And I was kind of like dumbfounded. I was like, I don't know what you're saying to me. Like, I don't know what you're getting at. Like, what do you mean? What am I doing here? Like, I signed up like every other person.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like,
been here. Where have you
yeah,
been?
like, and I've like, the other thing that's crazy is, so they said I was banned for arguing with a judge despite repeated warnings. Which like, I don't know if this is like me being weird, but I always keep receipts. Like if I have a bad interaction with someone especially in like a Discord, I'm screenshotting everything. Like we're not letting that, you know what I mean? Like I'm old enough to understand that you take receipts when you have an interaction, you know. And there were like, and I literally still have these DMs of these messages in a Discord server, not in a Limitless text chat, which I think is a big difference, at least for me. Like if I'm arguing with a judge in like a judge call scenario versus me being annoyed that we changed a asymmetrical cut to a top 8 cut. I just think that's bad. I think if you should keep the tournament top cut structure the same. So like that was my whole argument,
which is kind of like a side effect of doing online Mickeys, because they can change tournament structure kind of on the fly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, which is like, and ultimately like, right, it's their tournament. They can run it however they see fit, and like if you don't like it, just don't play in them, which I will not be anymore.
Right.
Which is, it is what it is, honestly. But like my thing was just my big issue was the allegation that I was given multiple warnings when that did not happen. Like that objectively did not happen. But you know what did happen though? One of the people who I found out was a moderator in their Discord. I'm actually going to pull up the exact DM because I do not want to misquote this individual. So I'm just going to read the entire interaction. This MF is rage baiting. Got it. LOL. And then I said, who are you? And then this person said, I'm yo daddy. Yo mama just never told you. Which honestly, I'm kind of mad my dad never told me he liked Pokemon. Like we could have been going to regionals, you know? And he didn't tell me. Yeah, like I could have saved so much money on hotels and like gas money. But he didn't want to tell me. To which point the moderator said, the head TO, who I believe runs all their social media platforms, guy that can fucking ban you. And then I was removed. And then we also sent a GIF from the same person of Ryan Reynolds, and it's just him saying, bye-bye now. Which I think is very professional. Obviously, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Also this same person, who is also my father, asked me if I was ESL, which I'm not sure if he's actually genuinely asking me if I speak English as a second language, or if we are making some kind of a racially charged remark saying that I am unintelligent because I don't speak English as a primary language. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for that person. I think...
Why not both?
That's true, Thad. You know what? You're right. I just think that... I think that lacks professionalism, personally. I don't believe anyone in their Discord also is in the professor program, which I think is very telling. Based on the way this interaction was handled from like a staff perspective. I feel like you should be always looking to diffuse tension and arguing.
Yeah.
Also, like, blatantly lying. I was told that this person told someone, I'm not going to say who they told or what organization or website they moderate for. I'm not going to say anything about that. I think the possibilities are limitless for who this could be. But they told this person that that I was arguing for over an hour when the DMs show the timestamps in these messages show a total time of 19 minutes, and that there were also several warnings. Again, no warnings were given. That was my main thing. Like, listen, if you want to ban me because I'm annoying, like you want to ban me because you think I'm dumb, sure, that you are well within your rights as an organizer to do that. But I think if you're gonna slander someone, like, let's just be honest about, just do better. Just, I don't know. It's crazy. It was really unfortunate because also, like, my first like Limitless tournament of me doing well in like literally months. Like, I think my last top 8 in a Limitless tournament was like November before this. So like, it kind of sucked because I was feeling really good and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna win this big Limitless tournament, and like that I haven't really been focusing on the game. So like just coming back and immediately having like a really good tournament run like was really cool, like really gave me like a lot of confidence, and then just to have that essentially like negated entirely, I don't know, it's kind of lame.
It takes a wind out of your sails.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently I also wasn't the only person disqualified from Top Cut in this from this event, which is kind of funny, I'm gonna be honest. But the other person who got DQ'd was allegedly for homophobic remarks, which I don't know. I have no context as to why this happened. But just apparently I was participating in ban evasion as well. Because, as a 6 foot, like 350 pound dude, known for my ninja skills.
Especially online.
Yeah. Especially on the internet where I'm using my first and last name. Like, I'm using my government name in this tournament. I'm not using like Ban Ninja 32. Like,
oh my god.
Like, it was just crazy. But I just wanted to talk about that. I had a couple people who DM'd me asking me what happened. And I wanted to give my statement on the matter. Moving forward, I will not be playing in these events because I'm banned. Listen, Thad. Listen, there's a new alt account every day. You know what I mean? I would never do such a thing, but I've heard some people do that. I heard Chris Pratt's got a brother named Zeke. Who knows? Who knows what that guy's up to? I got a lot of friends, who play in a lot of tournaments. So I would love to cheer on some of my friends doing well in a Limitless tournament near you, but of course it won't be me.
As you
I would
as you
never.
should.
I would never do such a thing. But speaking of things that were happening that day, EUIC did happen. That was honestly, I did not expect Mega Absol to do that well.
No. I did not either.
Which is kind of crazy. Being
funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't know it was EUIC weekend.
Optimal. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like pay attention when the format's like essentially dead.
Yeah.
But it was crazy.
But yeah, when I found out that it was Absol that won, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I'm surprised Drew didn't win that. I really thought Goldango was going to win that.
Yeah, dude, that was a crazy fight. I rewatched the finals just to get context or context for what was going on online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, really crazy. There were 3 Absol boxes in the top cut, the 10-person asymmetrical cut. Obviously, Edwin Messman, who ended up winning. There was also Lucas Singh and Daichi Tamai. So, honestly, all 3 really great players. This was honestly a pretty stacked top cut. I mean, you had Liam Halliburton, who's won a regional, Christian Labella, who's won a regional, Oscar Mads, who just had a ton of success, Jackson Ford, who's won a regional, Lucas Singh, who's had a ton of I don't think there's anyone on this list who doesn't have a resume that is like not surprising they would be in top cut.
Oh yeah, no.
Like just honestly, such a stacked cut. So like really cool to see that. Only one Guardy. Makani Tran losing in top 8. Does that surprise you at all? He lost to Liam. He lost to Zoro. I guess it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
With there being like 4 dark decks in top cut.
Yeah.
Like you're
gonna get CL somewhere.
You kind of just they kind of just farms you, which I guess might have also been the reason some of the top players kind of floated towards the Absol box stuff. Because like if you build it right, you can beat Goldango. You're dark, so in theory you beat Gardevoir. You know, you do a lot of stuff that helps you against the top decks right now.
Yeah, I mean, looking at like these lists, I mean, they're all pretty much the same. Like the Absol box lists. I mean, they kind of all have the same concept going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like super good. The only one that's I think different, is Edwin's, who didn't play the Genesect, the Ace Nullifier Genesect.
Yeah, he did not.
Okay, yeah, neither did Daichi. Daichi played the Frillish.
Yeah, I think only Lucas was on the Genesect, which I think this is also similar to the list Sanjay played to Toronto. It looks pretty similar. It might have been like it might have been like a list a lot of people worked on.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be like a card or 2 off, but like either way.
Yeah, I think the Genesect's super good against. I mean, it can almost, if there's not like a tool scrapper in like the Dango list, I think it just wins you that matchup almost by itself.
Yeah,
like you just kind of burn out their switches with the Evil Tall. You have 2 counter catchers, 4 boss. Like you just have so much you could do. You play a Jumbo Ice Cream. You got 3
Erica's
pennies.
Invitation's actually
2
evil.
Ericas is insane.
That's actually kind of evil.
Yeah, the one Erica is wild. The second one is what kills you. And there's 3 gears, so you also are going to be able to find it fairly easily. While also being a deck that's going to draw a ton with like the Kangaskhan. Like there's just so much going on.
Yeah, the
there.
Kangaskhan Petrarunt loop thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It takes evil to a new level, honestly.
Yeah, holy crap.
Yeah, it's a mean
Not
list.
too different than Tords, I think.
I don't believe it's that far off. Yeah, Tord also just missing top cut. He ends up getting top 16. He also did not play the Genesect. I wonder. I would be surprised if he was far off of the Messman list.
No, he played 2 cornerstones.
Oh, he did? Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is, I think that
I did not look
honestly
at that.
would have been a really good play.
This is like the same list he's been playing. This is like the same list he's been playing for a hot minute.
Probably. It's probably the list he. What was it? Vegas? Did he win? Was Vegas the one he won?
Yeah, this is like identical to the list he. I mean, I'd be willing to bet this is like maybe a card off.
Sure.
I think he had 2 East Switch in Vegas.
Okay.
And no counter catcher. I think counter catcher is new, but like either way.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool though. I did not see that doing that well. So like to see it doing as well as it did as an archetype, I think is kind of interesting. So the Lucas Singh list, he played it, as well as Justin Templar and Andrew Hedrick. So definitely some really, 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 really talented players piloting the Absol box pretty well. I think the lowest placing was like 93rd for all 3 of them. Only one Dango as well, which is kind of surprising, but also like when you have that much like Dango hate going into a tournament, I think it's kind of expected. We did have kind of a crazy thing though. We had a Poltzard with Oscar Madsen, which is kind of wild. I don't know if you saw that list or not, but he played Unfair Stamp and the Acerola's Mischief, which like kind of evil for Dango. Like they're at 2, you Acerola's the Acerola's is you can only use this card if your opponent has 2 or fewer prize cards remaining. Choose one of your Pokemon in play. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to that Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon EX. So you have like, they're at 2, you have a Pult, you Acerola, they can't kill the Pult. They go down to 1.
I mean,
you just win the next turn.
Yeah, if you compare that with like Unfair Stamp.
Yeah, for sure.
On that turn.
I don't even think you need Unfair Stamp at that point. Like if you just go like 1 prize board state plus the Pult, and then Acerola that, so they can't take 2. And then you swing into a Dango, you set up your multi prize turn. Like it isn't even like evil. Even if it was just like they don't take prize cards, like that would be fine, because then you at least get you get the Pult out of the way. So then they have to build up they have to have another Pult built up in order to win the game. But it just like creates the barrier to save it entirely, which I think is the most important aspect.
Yeah, holy crap, it's
kind of crazy. Yeah, I talked to someone who played against him, and they were like, the Acerola just bodied me.
Yeah, it's actually nuts.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I know you were really excited to hear about this, but there was a Raging Bolt in top 32.
Ooh, sounds like
fun.
Cope.
Yeah, I think Bolt's dead. I as much as I want it to be good, I just don't know how it is. This just feels like a Terra box. It feels like Terra box. Like
it's all those Colombian players. Every Colombian player plays it.
Damn, this guy is from Colombia. I feel called out. That's crazy. Yeah, I just don't think it's that good. I'll be honest. I think, I don't know. I think we're just past our prime, you know?
Oh, 100%.
Like, sure, your 2005 Corolla is going to get you to work, but like, if there's a 2025 Camry in the driveway, why are you driving the 05 Corolla? You know what I mean? Like, there's just a better option.
Oh. He's literally the same Colombian player that I was like, there's somebody top from Colombia.
Yeah.
It's
this
is
his
dude.
thing. This is his boy, which you got to respect that. Honestly,
I mean, I guess.
Honestly, my man is riding the Corolla until the wheels fall off. And you know what? Tip it. You just got to tip that.
There's another Colombian player that made top 128 with it at Merida. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's got to be a group.
Either playing that or Gardy.
Yeah,
I think it's a group.
It's got to be a group that just like really, really likes that deck. and just like
They literally cannot live without it.
literally, we're all gonna cry in a month. I'm gonna miss my girl Sada.
R.I.P. to a real one.
R.I.P. to the GOAT, Professor Sade. Yeah, honestly, kind of a crazy tournament. But we do have we did have the Ascended Heroes ETB spawn that came out, which I really hate the way they're doing this release. Like the piecemealing of the products out is so, it feels so scuffed to me. Like I really hate it. Just put everything out on the same day. Like, I'm sorry. Y'all are a $1 billion company. You can figure out printing cards. Like, I don't know. We're just like, it's so hard for me to like give benefit of the doubt anymore. I'm like, y'all are literally bigger than Mickey Mouse, which is crazy. Like, it is, I don't even know.
I mean, I just don't think it's for you to know at this point.
Yeah, like it's just like I there's nothing I can say that I haven't already said. You know, like it's so frustrating that like we're gonna get booster bundles for Ascended Heroes a month after Perfect Order comes out. Like you will have a Perfect Order tournament results before you get your booster bundles from Pokemon Center. At that point, like I don't even want to open them. Like I'm just gonna be like, why am I even opening this?
I mean, at that point, just sell them on the black market or something. I don't know, wherever the scalpers are.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Like it's crazy. It's just really unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. I wanted to ask you, Thad, what do you think about the format as we kind of like are in this like late Phantasmal Flames, kind of as we enter this really shortened Ascended Heroes format? Especially with like when we get like Ascended Heroes, we get new things like Mega Frostlass, we get Pokepad, we get Enzor, kind of get some new stuff. Like what do you kind of think about the meta? Like, do you think that changes much?
The meta just stays wide, right? Like you're gonna have like a top 4 decks, like your top 4 like SA, put them wherever you want, and then you're gonna continue to see like just random decks popping out of nowhere that are just like outperforming, and it's just gonna be because of like some of the consistency cards that we're getting, like you mentioned, mostly Pokepads. That'll really help boost the consistency of decks. Like I think of things like Grimmsnarl are gonna get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just basic Frostlass Monkey Dory decks are going to get a little bit better with the added consistency without having to use that Ultra Ball, while also getting things like a one-hit KOer in Mega Frostlass.
Yeah.
So the meta is going to continue to widen out. I think we're going to see just random things be happening. I think that people are I've been clocked out of this format since like
you really have.
November.
Like you have just been so over it, honestly.
Like you know what I mean, but like you can see where the format has been heading.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what's going to happen. There's 4 decks that are going to just continue to outperform everything else.
Yeah, like
while random things are going to get just little buffs along the way, and it's like not going to do anything. Like the format's going to continue to be the same.
Like Pult will still be very good. Right? Like Pult, Guardy, Dango will still be the top 3. I think a deck that could see a big boost, especially with Pokepad, is Pultzard. I could see that being really good. Just being able to have more consistency. I think that deck's biggest issue has usually just been like the consistency aspect of it. Of just like you have so much going on. So I think something like Pokepad to help you set up like your cloaks, which I feel like is the most important part of that deck, is just getting your draw and getting like cycling through that deck as fast as possible is going to be really, really impactful. So having Pokepad being essentially a a no downside Pokemon search is going to be really strong. I'm a little concerned for Goldango, just because like decks that get better have like either 50-50 or favorable Dango matchups. When we talk about things like Frost/Monkey Dory decks, Pultzard, I think, especially if they're able to like lean heavy into like the Charizard lineup. Guardy, if I think a good Guardy player with like who is able to really like manage the Frillish lock very well. I think all those decks have a good Dango matchup. So I am kind of concerned, like, is Dango able to maintain its like turbo deck supremacy that we've definitely really seen in the like pretty much in like the Mega Phantasmal, like since they got the rocks, like just how strong that deck has been.
I mean, and quite possibly, like, there's no really other turbo deck that does it better.
That's also
I could
fair.
see things like Terrabox getting a little bit better. Pokepad going to help get your knockdowns.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Also,
it's like
like
a 1-for-2
item.
item.
Noctowl decks could be a thing that come back as well. Yeah, especially with that, because you can just like that, like Iona 2, it gives you another out for a Noctowl.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, I mean,
I
that's
didn't
kind of
actually
where
think
I'm
about
at.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it like Terra decks do, I think, see a little boost, but I don't know if they're going to be that much better because again, their problem has always been consistency, and it's always going to be like, how fast can I turn one Fan Rotom? Can I do it? Yes or no? Do I do it? Yes. Great. I have a high chance of winning this game.
Yeah, that
Do
was
I do it?
honestly, I mean, that was my favorite part about Bolt, is it was like, if you play Fan Rotom, you will 95% of the time win.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, it was great.
Pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, I loved it. I think in Pittsburgh, the only game I lost where that happened was against Jackson Ford. And it was because he was on Jelly Guardy. And it was like he had the natty turn one, like secret box Frillish both games. And I was like, all right, it is what it is. Yep. You just got it like that. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, so like turbo decks in general, I think take a step back, but I think that there's other turbo that has been sort of omitted from the format for a while just because they get so bodied by some of the big things in format, like Golden Go, and with Golden Go seeing less play,
yeah,
they have a chance to shine. So, I mean, I don't really think that there's going to be much of a shakeup, but I think that you'll see the top percentages start to drop while the other outside variables or outside archetypes that we normally don't see with like higher than like a 3% meta share starting to get like 5 to 8% meta shares.
Yeah.
This happens at the end of every format where like sort of everything just sort of widens out.
Yeah, people
the card pools. So
yeah. I see our the podcast correspondent, our low to the ground, keeping the tail to the pulse of the community.
You're right.
All right, you want to finish your thought?
Yeah, no, just that the end of formats like this just end up being really wide, and you see just a lot of things sort of just hovering around like A, B tier, and there's nothing S tier, there's nothing really C or D tier. Everything just sort of stabilizes at a certain point, and it's just like we do this every rotation.
Yeah, I think also like just in formats in general, like especially longer formats, and especially like I feel like we've been in the same format for 6 months. Like, I don't know. We're saying in October for Milwaukee, like Dango's really good, Pult's really good, Absol could be really good, Guardy's really good.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. All right, it's been an entire year of the same.
I mean, yeah,
decks.
like for sure. Like Guardy has been good the entire year, but like at least like since Mega, nothing has changed. Like literally
that was a year
nothing.
Ago.
Mega?
Was Mega not a year ago?
No, it was like Mega was the summer, I think.
What?
I think it was like
No, maybe I'm thinking of Destin Rivals.
you are thinking of Destin Rivals, I think. Yeah, Mega came out.
Okay, I don't think anything has changed fundamentally other than Golden Go getting better since Destin Rivals.
That is the only thing that has changed. The entire season. It was the fall. So literally the format has been the exact same 4 decks for September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We will have 7 months of the exact same 4 decks. I would like new things. Thad, would you like new things?
I can't wait for new things.
All right, let's talk about some new things. Because we have post-rotation, we have a tier list going into the Champions League this weekend in Osaka. We have the kind of like a meta, like the expected meta game for this tournament. We have the top 10 decks. So I'm gonna go top to bottom, and then we'll kind of talk about each as we get to them. So number 10, we have Festival Lead at 2.9%. I think this deck is it's kind of mid. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's just like it's a 1 prize deck in a format where 3 prizes are viable. I think that's kind of their thing. Outside of that, I don't know how much we have going on.
It's actually really funny. Just quick thing on this. There is the reason why it's gone down. So if you looked at their meta tier list from like 3 weeks ago, it was like super high up in B tier. But the reason it's dropped so hard is because everyone's teching in Flutter mains. And so you get your first attack, but then you don't get your second. So you knock something out and you push Flutter main, and then you just can't attack the second time.
Okay.
And then all you do is retreat the Flutter main, and then
because you turn off the Festival Lead ability. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so you get the first attack, but not the second one.
That's funny. That's actually really funny. Okay. Then in 9th.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. That's actually really good context. Up in 9th, we have Steven's Metagross. And I'm definitely
it's
not.
Paired with Empoleon.
Okay, that makes more sense. Steven's
paired with the Empoleon EX.
The Empoleon EX from Phantasmal Flames.
Yes.
You know, if that, tell me why this is good, because this thing looks like a fucking pile. I'm gonna be, I'm sorry. I don't know how we're winning games.
You win games maybe because they can't hit the HP.
Is it just we're just so much bigger than everything else? Is 340 that hard to hit? Like, I don't know.
And then like the 320 on the Empoleon EX essentially becomes a 380 because if you use its attack, you take 60 less damage.
I guess next turn. There's like the Iron Defender. Isn't that like minus 80 or something?
Minus 30.
Ugh, that is significantly not as good. So I guess like at that point you're like near 400.
Yeah, like it's just a tank deck. It's all it is. You're not healing anything because there's no like heal cards for those.
At that point, wouldn't you just play Bravery Charm? Or no, Bravery Charm's basics.
It's also rotated.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure. I don't know. I don't know. Just nothing about this excites me.
Yeah, I think the thought is you just like accelerate energy with the Metagross. You attack for 210 with the Empoleon. You soak a couple hits. You're ideally trading favorably. They're hitting into your 2 prizer twice. You're hitting into their 3 prizer twice. But again, you should be ahead in the prizers because you just need to hit 3 prizers twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess weakness that's against things like the Fable and Diancie, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, maybe it's also like the weakness thing having a big aspect on that, I guess. I don't know. Possibly. I'm not a fan. I don't know about that. Also, another thing, the Empoleon ability stops effects of attacks, which kind of auto wins Alakazam.
Oh, yeah,
If
that
you
does.
just build an Empoleon and just say Iron Feathers 6 times, the fries go in the bag. You know,
No.
like it's just. I think that maybe that's what it is too. It's just like
Yeah,
it's like
that's a good point.
it's like an Alakazam counter. But moving on, at 3.8%, we have Cynthia's Garchomp. I think this is just worse Lucario. I think Lucario just does it better. Like, I get the idea
definitely
of like the Cynthia's package with like the power weight making us like 400 HP. Like, sure. I don't know. I just think Lucario's better. I think Lucario's just a better fighting deck.
Yeah.
Because it Lucario, and we'll get to it when we get to Lucario on this list, but Lucario just does fighting better.
Yeah. 100%.
But up next, the first Psychic deck, the Mega Diancie, coming in at 4.1%. I think this deck could be really good and just needs to be cracked by somebody. Like, because you have Mystery Garden, you have the new Psychic Energy that like essentially lets you go is battle VIP pass every turn. Like, it's kind of disgusting, especially in a format where Dusknoir still exists. Like, I think everyone, I'm coining this right now. Diancie Dusknoir, we're calling double Ds.
Oh, I like double Ds.
I was at Locals on Tuesday and we were talking about post rotation, and I was like, someone just said Diancie Dusknoir, and I was like, you mean double Ds? And they started dying. Like, I think they were gonna have like a stroke.
And I have a stroke. I think that's awesome.
I think this deck could be really good. Just needs to be like, you got to figure out the right formula. I think it's figuring out like the right package, like the right mix of supporter item. You know, just finding the right skeleton, I think, is the most important thing with that deck right now. But I do think there's I think there's just like a ton of upside there. I mean, it's TPCI. They're always going to make purple good. Like, they've got an obsession with purple, so it's not surprising that is going to be good.
Yeah, another news, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I found a fork in my kitchen. There's water in my sink, you know. I got banned from a Discord, you know. I mean, like, just Dan's and why, you know.
I wasn't going to go that deep, but yeah.
Up next, we have N's Zoroark at 4.5%. I'm so torn. I feel like N's is so close to being good, but it's just like it needs one more thing. Like, I feel like that this deck is just constantly missing the big punch. And I don't know if Zekrom's the punch. I don't know if Zekrom is enough.
No, 250 is just not enough damage.
Yeah, like a year ago, I would say, yeah, it's enough. Like, when Bolt was the guy, but like, we're going into a format where 300 is where we got to look at. Like, we need to start at 300. And 250 just... Also 250 and not being able to attack next turn. I'm just like...
Also, it's got to be like 250 plus... You have to play something at that point, like you're having to play like expert belts or like the black belts or whatever they're called.
Black belts training, max
40.
belt, yeah, we're having like burn supporters to take knockouts, which I don't necessarily like.
No, just to be able to hit some relevant numbers, but like you're never one-shotting a Lucario, and Lucario just eats your breakfast. So like,
yeah, honestly, they just do, especially with like, because what's Zoroark? Is that 270, 280? Yeah, like
280.
Yeah, 280. So they need Hariyama does 210. 2 powers gets you to 270. So like if they play Vitality Band, is that do we keep Band?
No, band rotates.
Well, that's dumb. I don't know. I just think
Yeah,
that I
no.
think you just go straight to Lucario at that point as well. Like,
Yeah.
I'll knock you out. You don't knock me out. I'll knock you out. I'm up 4. You're up 3. Like,
Yep.
I'm like, it's really
Sorry,
hard
bud.
to, yeah, it's just hard to find a route where that's really good. Especially when like you also were able to put on like really good early pressure with like the rocks. So like,
Well, you also think about this. You can throw the price trade off. You can just like go down, like take a like let your Lucario go down, and then just start swinging with Harayamas and PPPs
yeah, that's true.
for KOs.
Yeah, it's just so strong. Up next though, in the start of our in 5th place, Alakazam. Is this the new Brain Dead deck? Is this
Yes.
is this the new crayons? It feels like the new crayons.
Yep. It's a new crayons.
Especially with like Iono leaving a lot less disruption. I think disruption also in post rotation, I think it goes from like overall hand disruption to very targeted disruption with things like Eerie. Like I don't think Xerosic's that good in decks not named
Oh, dude,
Alakazam.
Xerosic is nah, dude. You play. Here's the thing. I'm gonna let you all in on my spice right now.
Oh, here we go.
My Lucario list currently has 1 Xerosic in it, and as long as you don't prize that thing, you body Pult with it. You let them just build up a massive hand. They think they have all these options and resources. You just knock it away. It's good against Festival Lead because they need to keep having the recovery options, and you're gonna burn them out of recovery before they can take 6 prizes. A Xerosic just gets you there faster. There's like no matchups where like I think that's like bad against, and it specifically targets one of your worst matchups in Lucario in Alakazam.
But don't we just like throw down like oh they have E-Hammer, so like the fighting energy isn't necessarily a game like GG
It's
at
not
that
necessary.
point.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't auto win you the
I
game.
don't know if it beats good players also. Like I don't know if like a Zeros like I think a good player will know which cards keep them at the out. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's fair. You can definitely say that's not like good players, but like
I don't know. It's interesting. We'll have to see how that plays out.
I would be fascinated. I am going to be fascinated.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be fun. Up next though, our first grass deck, Mega Venusaur. Is it finally time for the jungle dump?
I mean, that plus Wallies, I mean, that's actually a real tank and heal strategy where you just
Yeah.
move all energy off,
I mean, you're
heal a
380
Wally,
base. You have a base of 380 in a format where hitting
and
that
like
is
nothing.
not really feasible. Like
I
I
mean,
don't know
Lucario
what
is two-shotting that.
Lucario is the big guy in format, and he can't hit it. Like
You can with the max belt, but like,
it takes a lot. I mean, you got to hit what is it? 270 plus 50 is 320 plus 2 PP. So you got to go Lucario second attack plus max belt plus 2 premium powers.
yeah, and then somehow you need to like retreat and get back into it.
Yeah, like I just don't know how realistic that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you got to do it twice.
Yeah, I don't think you're doing it twice.
I don't think you're doing it once. So doing it twice just feels bad. I don't know.
It has potential, but it's just like slowed down because like you're also not one hit KOing much.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a big dude, and the maybe the Dragapult matchup is kind of sucky.
I think also a lot of decks will just gust up Ogre Ponds. And just like, okay, I can't kill
Yeah, I
this
think you.
guy, but I'll take out everything else.
Yeah, I'll kill 3 of these things.
Yeah. Or like turn 1 I kill a Bulbasaur or something. Like I just kill something dumb. Ogre Pond,
Yeah,
another 1 prizer.
yeah. Because I mean, the consistency probably still isn't there for it.
Yeah, for sure. I do think one thing that is helping this deck is actually the next deck, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, coming in at the number 3 spot, almost 10% of the meta there, which I think is kind of what does help decks like Festival Lead and Venusaur, just being able to really efficiently knock out Grimmsnarls is super good. It's kind of what made like Grimmsnarl unfavored into like Raging Bolt, because they could just like Ogerpon. Next. Like,
yeah.
I think Marnie could be good. I almost wonder if like a Starmie is better. Just like
I think specifically, so Starmie was on this list a few weeks ago. And I think specifically everyone is finding out that Starmie is just it's too vulnerable. Lucario just eats it, dude.
yeah.
Like, it's so free.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to play such a specific line to beat Lucario.
Yeah.
I just don't see you doing it consistently. And like I was looking just in case I missed something, but like the last like 2 weeks in City Leagues, there's like no that doesn't exist. There's no more Starmie. Everyone's on Marnie.
Interesting. So we'll see how those lists kind of shake out from Osaka. That'll be cool to see. Coming in at number 2, I mean, really the new king of the mountain, Mega Lucario. I mean, wow, what a time to be alive. You've got Lucario, you've got Hariyama, or as I'm calling it, the Harry Mama. You've got the rocks, you got premium powers, you got Fighting Gong, you got so much going on. This deck is broken. This deck is so fun. I love it.
Yeah, I mean they pre-built a deck for us. You know what I mean? Like they
did. They saw it. They saw the vision. I love when they see the vision.
Yeah, it's good. I have no notes on this. I think Lucario's.
Yeah, I think at this point, like, what Lucario's trying to do. It's really good.
It's definitely less interactive of a deck than Golden Go is, but like,
when like the Hop stuff came out and everyone was saying like it's the new Buzzrock, I think this is new Buzzrock.
I think this is better Buzzrock for sure.
I think it's better than Hops ever could be. I don't know if it's better than OG Buzzrock.
I think. I mean, yeah. It's hard.
I don't know. I think it's a very subjective conversation.
Yeah, I also didn't play it at the time, so there's that.
Yeah, because like Buzzrock was more of a counter like Zoroarks at that time. Whereas like this isn't really a counter to anything specific, whereas this deck is just like broken in and of itself.
Yeah, they printed a card like 2 sets ago and they're like, this will be good one day.
It's coming. That day is the sun is coming up soon. But in number 1 with 25% drag Uphold. I really hate this deck. Honestly, I think Polt's really strong next format for sure. It didn't really lose that much. Like it loses like luminous energy, which impacts your ability to like really abuse Monkey Dory, but like you still have everything else. Like there was nothing else that you lost that was that integral to your deck. You still have Poffin, you still have Pokepad.
You lost a Halucha, which kind of stinks, but like whatever.
I don't know. Halucha just fixes some math, but like isn't a game breaker. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fair.
I know you've been
BDIF though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've been very high in like our conversations about post rotation. I know you've been very, very high on what this being like Pulse format.
Yeah, I mean, it really just comes down to like Dragapult kind of just has everything. It doesn't just do one thing really well. You can play it as like a spread deck. You can play it as like a beat stick deck. You can throw in rare candies and be super turbo and extra crispins and be like, okay, I'm going to build up this thing really early and I'm going to put 200 damage in your face like turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to keep digging in the background with my Dracloaks while I'm setting up my board behind it. You could play a little bit slower. You could throw in like 2 Dark, 2 Monkey Dory, cut the Duskull line, and just say, I'm going to be really straightforward. I want to spread damage out. I want to take like one big 4 or 5 prize card turn and say good luck on the rest of the game. You can play with Briar. Like that card doesn't rotate, so like that's still a reasonable play. There's so many different ways to play the deck and manipulate prizes, and it doesn't just do one thing well. I mean, you can see it paired with like 4 different other archetypes. You see it paired as like you see the Blaziken, Frostlass,
Mm-hmm.
Terra, Bombs, and straight up
Yeah.
like Monkey Dory. And like the Monkey Dory build plays Risky Ruins as a stadium as like the way to manipulate damage in play. Like when you put a Pokemon down from like onto your bench, it just puts 2 damage counters on it.
Yeah.
So like Risky Ruins and it like loosens things up on your opponent's side. So like there's like pros and cons to each one. And I like personally, I'm on like a more of a turbo list. I want to put 200 damage in your face turn 2, have like a Dusknoir behind it to like board wipe. And I mean, I think you saw in our testing, like that kind of stuff happens more often than not.
Yeah, for sure. It was so infuriating. And you just like, I was always like one card off of like knocking out for game. It was so infuriating.
Yeah, I mean, you just sit behind Badu. You be really irritating. You let someone take out. You let them. I think you just let them take out the Badu, and you like unfair stamp and say, "All right, your deck is still like super thick. You have like thin nothing out. You have all these items now, but like you're not doing anything. You're not set up.
Yeah.
And, like I'm just gonna board wipe." So yeah, I think that's
Yeah, I
the name
agree.
of the game for me at least.
I'm gonna be honest, as someone who's been playing Pult, or not Pult, Dango, for, as we've said, the last 7 months, I'm so excited for post rotation. I'm ready to get to see new colors, even though I'm only gonna see orange. We're only gonna see brown. Like I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm just excited for new decks, man. Like I'm just like I'm excited to see new things. I'm excited to see like Zard go, Guardy go, Dango go. Like I think we're very long overdue for a refresh on the meta. So I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean we've been playing with some of these archetypes for 3 years now.
I mean, literally, when I came back over 2 years ago, Charizard EX was like winning tournaments. Like I don't know what it's like to play in a format without Charizard at this point. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be a good shakeup, and I'm also really excited. Obviously, as you can tell, like I've basically built out the entire format. I have like everything ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm
like when was the last time you played Standard with a meta deck? It might have been 2025. Like I literally might have been last year.
It was 2020. I think it was November. I mean, it quite. No, I went to locals. You drugged me to locals like December, like the second week of December.
Yeah.
I was actually just talking to a friend of the channel, Joe Rowe, about this.
Trainer Joe, as they call him.
Yeah, we were just talking about this not so long ago about the last time I was at Full Grip locals.
Yeah.
For Standard, I go for GLC as often as I possibly can. I've been like 3 times so far.
Nice.
Top 4 twice, which is annoying, but like whatever.
You're so good. Where's the meta?
Bro, I top 4.
It is actually like not to be like
no mañana.
Not to be like a full grip glazer, but like it is crazy how good like full grip. I'm gonna be honest. I think the average GLC player at full grip games is better than the average, like the top 20% of GLC players at like a regional.
Oh yeah,
like
it's not even close.
Yeah, like those dudes, like and like I think it's also because like the dudes who play GLC at full grip, that's all they do. Like they don't really play Standard. Like if they play Standard, they're just net decking something, sleeving it up and going to locals. Like they're not grinding the format, they're grinding GLC. And there's just some really great players out there. So like, very fun times out there. Speaking of fun times, that is it for the PokeStop podcast. I want to thank everyone for watching.
surely is.
We will do our best to not go another month without an episode. But we will see y'all back here next week for that episode of the PokeStop Podcast. We'll see y'all later.
Later.